through. Smoke deep left as Xiaofi falls away and our first gunfight begins. Gokushima smoked off as Shush takes space. niko to open up. And with that, A is looking pretty good for the taking.
Absolutely so. And FORZE on their end doesn't really necessarily have the greatest of setups in terms of doing a retake. Not a whole lot of utility left on their end. This is going to be a tough one. Again, Heroic gotten into established position in afterplants as well. And yeah, actually, this is not something you see every day, but FORZE opting to literally just hold on to Kevlar.
Yeah, they've scampered away. Killian, the only casualty.
The economy is going to play a factor into that as well. Your oppers probably, like on the CT side, might only have 2 full rounds where they get an op in their hands, depending on how they handle the economy. Look at this, though. A bit of a stack from FORZE.
Okay, a little bit dangerous there as Xiaofi trades back that initial kill. Nades rattle out, and that's a lot of damage dealt. Gokushima on the 5-7 finds teccsgocontact, and this is by no means a free round. niko's running with the bomb out in order to get a bit of pace going forwards towards the opposite side of the map, but there is still a defender here in Killian, and Killian on that MP9 has a huge responsibility on his shoulders. 30 seconds remain for Heroic to get onto this bomb site, and as Killian dances around the back of the pillar, the rest of his team have now rotated in, and there isn't really time for A.
Yeah, I was very curious about this, like why there is such a slow approach to the actual site. They would have had the faster rotation, and they should know that. This is going to get dicey.
It's not even a plant, is it?
Oh, sadly it is.
To me. But you know what is real? That Molotov. And Kicksan's going to get delayed as there are 20 seconds on the clock right now. Heroic are going to have to go for a fast-paced execute here. Kicksan is so blind, but thankfully his own flashbang is pretty effective. Unfortunately, so is Killian's FAMAS, and as much as the bomb does go down, which is a small success, Heroic have just been hammered in every other circumstance.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to get any more out of this round. Maybe Shoes can connect with something. Let's find one. And, yeah, Nurse's backstab. I might find another casualty at the very least. Or 2.
Oh, it's unlucky.
Close enough. And to work off of in the early stages of the game, that's going to be a little bit of a confidence booster, obviously, going into buy rounds.
Yeah, and okay, they have gone for that more pacey mid-take, or at least it looked like it for a moment. Instead, they charge it down through dark, and teccsgocontact finds a 1D through the smoke to start things off. T-Near doesn't anticipate that he's already been wrapped around the back, and with that, Xiaofi is on his own in a 1v5 on the bomb site, and that is exactly what we needed to see from Heroic in this round. The element of surprise well and truly on their side as the bomb planted, and honestly, FORZE just call it quits here. That is a brilliant second.
And then they just found the perfect timing for it. Okay, so they didn't just bomb rush out of it right out of the gates from spawn, but they find the timing where one of the FORZE players is actually leaving the B bomb site. So instead of having 3 players stacked over there, which would have been a pretty rough ordeal for Heroic to deal with, find the spot where they actually just have 2 players there, immediately remove the player in cave, and from that point on, pretty tough task to play kind of 1-on-5 when you have people running in from all angles.
And Shush is still hunting. He's looking for that AWP on Gokushima.
I mean, he's going to be able to buy a weapon, right, next round, so it doesn't really matter.
From what, VP Academy to
VP Prodigy, yeah.
Yeah, and he's looked decent, I'd say. He's definitely...
Would you say it was a career mistake, like or career choice mistake to not join Aurora, where they all have funny hair?
Oh, damn, that is true.
Yeah.
They're missing one of their Power Rangers now.
Exactly, right? They're not going to be at full... Yeah, they're not going to be, full strength. It's not going to be able to make that dinosaur. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I watched Power Rangers.
Ooh, speaking of full strength, though, I did not think Nertz was going to come out on top in that situation. And with that, the 4 versus 4 ensues. Heroic do thin the numbers of that opposition. And Killian on the other side of that smoke, certainly in the danger zone. Pressure applied to B, and he's very lucky he doesn't get timing there.
Oh, yeah. He might not expect niko to actually have the set of cojones on him. And yeah, exactly that. He thinks he's going to be able to re-entry into cave pretty freely, but the bomb is on the opposite side of the map and kicks in.
No! That's massive. That's huge from Result. He's got the bomb, he's dropped a Molotov, and now Heroic have no information on where any of these remaining players are. Xiaofi has all the info himself from the bridge. Does niko just hold it for long enough? I don't think he does. He barely holds it at all as Nertz goes for the spray. Now pushed in by T-Near, and he goes for the smoke spam. It will result in his... To be honest, it stung a little. It's not just the Heroic betters that are shaking, I'll be honest. The Heroic enjoyers are shaking too. It's niko. No, not yet. It's not niko. They think they're funny in chat. It's fine.
I think it's fine to encourage it. Get Twitch chat involved.
Yeah, no, that's been our sort of our shtick as not this time.
Yeah, there you go.
Shush puts him to bed and no,
Nerds is just killing everything.
That's not good. Tina actually gets a great timing, but Kixan's Molotov is perfectly placed, and with that, it's somehow a 3v1, now a 2v1, as Gokushima has a chance. That's a nice smoke, but he runs ahead of it, and Shush thankfully
followed the entry pick from Nerds in mid. So I think they can play off of that pretty easily going forward.
Not sure if I'm a fan of running into this stack bomb site, though, I'm going to be honest. Shush and Nerds managed to take 3, and 3 traded right on back from FORZE on 2 upgraded pistols. Gokushima nabs an AK, and teccsgocontact and niko. They look like they still want to go in for this.
I was about to say, they don't have to commit to this, but
okay,
felt confident. I guess they probably had it right. If you want to play passive, you can't necessarily stall as well. If you want to get aggressive, you only have, 1 or 2 chances to do so. Oh, it's a nice use of the CS2 smokes.
Yeah, great entry there from Gokushima, and Tina is able to get away with another. Nerds somehow find 3! Oh my good lord, Nerds a triple entry to B, and that somehow keeps this round alive. And Nerds even picking up an AWP. Is he going to fight the long angles already? Shelfie slowly rotating in with Result, but that was a round-saving play there from Nerds. And look at him. He's going for the ace. He found Shelfie as well. All down to Result, and Result eventually puts him to bed. Now, that was a bit of an overextension. And Result, now he's standing very quickly onto the bomb site, will realize that it is empty.
This is the right call from Heroic. No reason to take unnecessary risks here and actually take on the duel with the Result, especially with how split they were as well. Because he did have shoes pretty much the entire time playing around mid. Just got to make sure that it doesn't get caught by Result early on. But they should be expecting a potential early flank here from or through waters.
You can tell from the plant position. I think that was it's behind the cake in the middle of the site.
The roundabout. Yeah, Shoes is pretty much cleared out the most of the map as it is.
As a Heroic colleague, we're quite used to snakes and roundabouts right now.
Okay.
As it's been very topsy-turvy these past couple of months, but Result looking to turn this round on its head for Heroic.
It's got a smoke, though. That could get a little bit scary.
Oh, no. This is actually a good play. Jumping up on top, teccsgocontact is playing anti-flash. Shush spins the corner! No, there's no time. There's no time, but my God, that's an expensive round for that one. Appreciate you.
The man with the silver tongue.
Oh, stellar. As hopefully this round is a little bit more stellar than the previous, and Shush is not going to get that first. It's Nerds with a nade.
There's just been so many openings so far, and he's done a really damn good job of kind of bailing Heroic out of sticky situations on more than one occasion already. Let's see if it continues, but mid's been opened up at the very least, forced with a little bit of a gamble stack over towards the B bomb site for now.
Heroic not walking into a gamble stack? Maybe. There's a chance.
Let's see. The shot missed from niko, though. He might be in trouble here. He's going to go down to Shelfie. That might set things into action. Oh, they're actually going back to B.
Oh, that's brilliant timing for Kixan.
I was about to say, that felt like a radar look from Killian, which is kind of trying to get an overview of what's going on. The second Kixan comes around the corner. Okay, and they're going to swing back towards A. Still, Result alive. And kicking as well.
He gets 2 there. That's fantastic. That's the second time that Nerds has walked into someone during smoke. I don't know if you saw the first clip, but now teccsgocontact does thankfully have a 2v1 on his hands. Shush able to alleviate some of that pressure, and it's Gokushima retaking it on an ult, but Shush, now would be a good time to face the right way. There's the USP, also spots teccsgocontact in the back lines. Into the 1v1 we go, the flashbang bouncing, but not particularly effective as teccsgocontact is just trying to play a bit of time here. Listening to those footsteps, Gokushima comes up and over, and teccsgocontact will deny. You may continue.
For right now, a bit of a slow approach here. Nerds should have heard some footsteps. Not going to be able to win out the duel when actually Tenor finding both teccsgocontact and Nerds. That's not what I would have expected. So at best maybe a 2-for-1 trade, but they'll take that. And the presence over towards A is well felt from the rest of Heroic as well, and Kicks an only player to get on the board so far. Did double up, but not quite enough really to get that going for Heroic.
Best.
Open qualifier next time around for Shanghai?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. As, okay, Kicks on. Kicks on, double opens with a Glock. Are they going to be able to get much more done?
Oh.
Probably not. Shelfie's pretty nifty on that A1S. teccsgocontact is taking all the burn damage he can. And yeah, a Glock at that range is actually a distraction enough for nerdz to find another bomb going down on a pistol round. Full Glocks. And I don't think they're going to be able to come out on top of this one, if I'm perfectly honest. But at the same time, what an incredible round it has been so far. 3 kills and a bomb plant. Oh, we're down to a 1v1. There is a real chance here for teccsgocontact. Deploys the smoke to stop the swing. The bomb has been tapped. teccsgocontact, does he go for it? Pros, unfortunately, do. Fake! But teccsgocontact, oh my god!
Even 7 rounds on the CT side of Anubis, which would have been very dicey if you're heroic. But instead, 8-4 half, I think they'll be able to take that. Oh,
This is such an important fight.
Yeah.
And kxggo wins it. And we are paying anything to roll that dice just one more time. And unfortunately, on this instance, kxggo will lose. Now, a 4v4 against the boys in blue.
They do get a bit of exit damage on Shelfie, though, as he tries to make his way out. He also had to burn a smoke, too. So that gives nerdz ample opportunity to find not only 1, but 2 players.
Oh, the nade is good enough. Down goes Shelfie, and he spots another. It's a 4 versus 3 now, but Gokushima, he's got the right idea. Doesn't
Sure that you heard
make
that.
a water drop, but yeah,
Yeah.
so much noise. teccsgocontact goes for the swing. T-net bodied by niko, who is definitely not an AWPer. niko is a rifler, and with that, it's a result 1v4. He is a very nifty individual. A 2 KD, by the way, on the CT side of Anubis is not easy to do. And as he hovers around the edge of this smoke,
Wow, okay.
does clip the head off of niko. A 1v3 obviously needs to go for it. Does he realize this? Well, he's just checking his backside.
But he can't really take all that much time here.
Oh, he's so convinced that someone's coming behind him.
But again, time is not playing in your favor. You don't have a defuse kit. They wouldn't be sitting at 8 rounds now.
No,
right?
absolutely not.
So you just have to send it. Hope for the best.
And Shelfie does exactly that. T-near, unfortunately, doesn't work quite as well for him.
They
4v4
basically
is-
copied a rogue's pistol around here.
Damn, stealing strats this early on. But niko needs to start stealing some heads. Unfortunately, it's his that gets dinked on down, and xxosh has a rather tall order on his hands. Gokushima doubles up. Unfortunately, xxosh gets nothing on the dualies, leaving only nerdz in the 1v4, and that...
Seen too much of the CT sides from heroic just yet because, well, they've simply been too efficient on the T side. Might get tested here. Shelfie is still going to be the one to find the opening, though, onto kxggo. And the rest of the FORZE players making their way into an empty A site. So, not really following the heroic trend of running into gamble stacks. This should be a pretty easy round altogether. Put them on 6, and as for heroic, probably just looking to find a stray FORZE member. Get an easy weapon to bring into the next round. Make things a little bit more feasible, economically speaking. That timing is not great for, well, any of the heroic players in mid. nerdz with a heroic effort.
Well, they're going to have to do a lot more damage now as the B bomb site is in disrepute. The sprays are good. The sprays are very good from nerdz. He does take a bit of damage in return, though, and Shelfie's nade finishes him off. Bomb now being planted in the midst of the carnage, and the full spam from teccsgocontact nets pretty much no damage. Shelfie now just sitting in a smoke, waiting for an opportunity to strike, as niko does exactly that onto resell. 4 versus 3 right now, as xxosh forced to stick a reload. T-near still waiting patiently around the corner. Flash will force him off of his initial position, but it's going to be xxosh instead to trade in order to get this fight back into a winnable scenario. It's all down to Shelfie now in the 1v2. But the problem is, they do have a defuse kit. The defuse kit is on kxggo. Oh no, the body spam comes through. There's no time now for teccsgocontact. Shelfie surely just pushes this smoke as teccsgocontact gets off the bomb. There is no time. Get the kill, just can't get away in time. As nerdz is not going to be able to get away from that fire very easily. Takes a little bit of tickle, and Shelfie does a lot more than that onto kxggo in mid. nerdz swinging on in will find great success with the 5-7, which is still busted, by the way.
So good.
Insane pistol.
Absolutely. 20 bullets of just absolute destruction available to you. It also works when you're white swinging, as shown by nerdz as well. We'll see, though. I can see heroic making a bit of a rotation as well. I like this, though. Leaving nerdz with the weapon over towards B, stacking up over towards A with the rest of them. He might not be in time. This is on site, though.
Oh my goodness,
Oof.
That's 2 very spicy kills, but that does leave nerdz in a bit of a prickly situation. A 1 versus 2, but the timing here could be fantastic. T-near is just holding. If he swings the corner now, that's a freebie, and the spray will be converted. A 1v1 coming through now as Result darts his way in towards CT. That's going to be a difficult angle to expect. And niko is making plenty of sound cues. Nade flies on in. Not entirely sure the purpose of that nade, perhaps to clear the smoke, but it was already in the midst of fading as he now walks towards the bomb site with no kit. He's going to need to clear out Result's position sooner rather than later, and Result's just getting all of these sound cues right now. Yeah. He knows that niko is not on the bomb. He's not even tapped it yet. It's going to have to be the full 10-second stick, and with all that, FORZE aren't doing too shabbily here regardless. niko, my goodness, aggression, but surely he doesn't clear Kellyan. Nobody clears Kellyan in that position, and niko does not want to fight that any further. Is in the right position for Result, though. Can he frag again? This he can, looking for his third, but teccsgocontact denies, but for the best possible reason, and with teccsgocontact on the MP9, it's all down to Kellyan, and there is the niko I've been waiting to see. Angle to play from on the A bomb site itself. And as that flash rains through, all hell breaks loose. teccsgocontact unable to fight 1-for-1. Gokushima, great trade, but now niko is in the danger zone. Needs to deal with Kellyan quickly, and as Kellyan clears the close corner, he will strike. And also hears the footsteps of these two players on his immediate right. Shelfie tries to round the corner. That's great team play, a lovely crossfire, but Result adds his name into the mix, and unfortunately, teccsgocontact is too good. And with that, I don't like Shush being there so close with just the smoke out. Whips out a molly, but he's been overrun. Kicks on two, very much in the danger zone. Result with the AK picked on up means that now it will be a retake for Heroic. They pick up some of that dropped utility, and niko fighting close will still get away with a kill on the USP. Ooh. Oh, niko! Oh my good lord, niko! 3 kills with the USP on the retake. And that's normally why I'd say you got to buy head armor, but in this instance, it doesn't matter. It was a Glock round, a pistol round.
Yeah, everything feels a little bit shaky.
I'm shaky as well. It's fine, but Shush, stalwart in his defense of the front of the A bomb site up until the smoke is cleared by a nade. And Gokushima capitalizes, equalizing the manpower. Now, that's a nice nade. Shelfie taking not as much damage as I thought he would, but it's enough to be a problem. niko's playing Ring Around the Roses with Teen here. And he will come out on top. Now a 4 versus 3 man advantage back in the hands of Heroic as they've effectively got full mid and B control. I'm a little bit more concerned about the position of Gokushima though, but he doesn't do anything with it. And so there won't be any timings, at least for now, from FORZE.
They are moving over to the side that is the least protected as of right now, though. niko in a nice off angle here, though. Again, I think it's perfectly fine to let the T's in towards the side again if you can more or less guarantee a frag, potentially too. Actually, though, FORZE having second thoughts. They want to go back to B. niko is in a prime position here to at least find one and then just kind of reposition, make things awkward for FORZE. That's going to be an easy shot.
Ooh, does
a bit of a tougher one, yeah.
This is where things get prickly.
Yeah.
As the execute comes on in, it is a 2 versus 3, but with that smoke, a little bit of a winnable one. A lot of damage dealt with that spray, but it will actually be teccsgocontact going down off the back of it. Kicks on, finds Gokushima. Now the 2-on-1, a little bit more achievable, and the bomb is not planted in the best of positions for Kellyan here.
But it's a smart move, though. The bomb's not planted for him, but again, he might be able to catch people off guard here, having gone through the smoke in Temple. Eventually, though, maybe Heroic should realize. It seems like niko might have an idea.
Oh, niko has got that unlocked.
Yeah, he's not that anymore, yeah. Jimpats boys.
Jimpats boys. Also up against niko for Rookie of the Year. niko did end up taking it, so shout out to niko for being number 14 and Rookie of the Year. As Gokushima and niko, well, they let off these arrears.
Oh, that's not a great smoke, potentially.
Oh,
just under it. Oh,
that was nerve-wracking, and niko is facing the wrong way as Result clears and does get traded damage, but that's not going to be the converted kill. Kicks on gets away in the nick of time, but this could all be a distraction. In the meantime, middle is the real kicker, and it was enough of a distraction that Kicks on fluffs his lines, and teccsgocontact is only good for a single. I think this has to be the save call for niko here.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely he's going to be able to win the round. He might set himself up to actually do a little bit of damage.
Maybe some exits.
Yeah, because he does have a fair bit of money on his side. Eric should be fine to buy up in the next one regardless. So he just wants to make life a little bit more sour for FORZE. And in fairness, Teener, 6 HP, Result, down to about half. Might test his luck.
Okay, I think he was just trying to beckon them into maybe peeking him there. Get away with another kill, because the economy of FORZE is not in a good space. Like,
it really
any
is.
screwed.
Yeah, but trends are meant to be broken, right?
Yeah,
see,
try
though,
telling
that
that
this
to TikTok. Either way.
This is going to be a quick one. Through the Molotovs, that's a lot of damage taken on 3 players.
I'm now a lot less worried. That was pretty good.
As I choose, just accepting them with open arms. And I'm, again, very, very surprised by the committal from FORZE there, because I think, what, 3 of the players took about 50 plus damage from the Molotov?
Yeah.
Before they even, like, turn the corner. That's a lot of HP to invest into just clearing out something that you probably could have gotten the same amount of, like, real estate for with just holding off for 15 seconds and then throwing a flash in.
I'm going to be honest, that was a horrible round from FORZE.
It wasn't the greatest of calls. I tried to nice it up a little bit, but they put themselves in a really, really tough spot. Kokushima did find nerds at the very least, and he's creeping forward into mid, but this is a solid angle for nikodos.
Oh, Kokushima's going to peek into it, gets legged in the process. And Tina...
Did he actually spot him going through, though? Continuing through? That's the big question.
Okay, well, it's now all down to Kokushima. Not much health, and an AWP in a tricky situation, taking falling damage from the IGL there. As, yeah, he gets sent packing, and that will be...